morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I am I'm glad to be coming to you today. It's been a good little while since I've just dropped in and given everybody just a quick hello. So, hello. There you go. There's your quick hello. I hope that today is treating you well and that you had a great week. You know, I have, all of us have at our disposal the ability to get news exactly when it happens. And as I'm sitting here getting ready to do this, I get an alert that pops up from one of our local news stations here in beautiful Sparks, Nevada. And I'm gonna read to you the headline that popped up. Here's what it says: UNR prohibits tailgating for the 2021 season. Hopes to reopen fitness center in the spring. Don't worry about the second part. It's the first part that tailgating is prohibited. Now, it's been a long time since I've taken my driver's test, but even back in 1990 when I started driving, tailgating was not something that you were allowed to do back then. So maybe some things have changed. I'm not quite sure. Actually, I know it's about football, and before football games, for me, I'm not a huge sports fan. The tailgating was always the best part for me because there was always pretty good food there and you get to hang out and stuff. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's strange that to have football without tailgating, especially at UNR, which is the University of Nevada, Reno. For those of you guys watching from other parts of the country and or world, tailgating is a huge part of the football culture here. So it's going to be strange. But I mean, let's just go ahead. As far as strange goes, we could just add this onto the strange pile for 2020. Everything about 2020 has been strange, and it just keeps getting stranger. We've got, for us culturally here in America, this time of year, from basically the middle of October through January 1st, for us, this is a very festive time. We kick it off with Halloween. And then, of course, in the blink of an eye, Thanksgiving is here. You blink the other eye, Christmas is here. And then you blink both eyes, and it's the new year. And I know a lot of people are putting their hope in this new year. Like, as soon as January comes, everything's going to be back to the way it was. And I wish I could say that that was the case, but the truth is we don't know. We don't know. And I decided a long time ago not to put my hope in 2021 being the remedy for 2020. Somebody asked me yesterday, trying to put a positive spin on COVID, you know, to try to come up with some good things that have happened because of COVID. And I think that COVID has been a terrible drag. However, that's a great question. And I think through it, I know on a personal level, I've learned a lot. And on a professional level, I've learned a lot. I've had a chance to see uh, people who otherwise I might not have been able to see in action doing some things that I didn't even know they could do. And as far as being a church leader goes, we've really had to rethink how we do this thing that we call church. And it's been challenging, but I think it's been a pretty massive growth experience. And dare I say, the church has not been pushed like this in probably hundreds of years. So there are some positive spins to the good old COVID-19 that's going around right now. And the truth of it is that we're in a whole new world. This year's holidays, this year's festivities are going to be different. California put out regulations for Thanksgiving, and I was just baffled that that's where we are right now. And you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving, they're all very family-driven times for us here in the good old U.S. of A. And they still can be. We can still have a great season, but if we continue to place our hope in the things that we can see, if we're banking on 2021 to make everything better, if we're banking on a vaccine to make everything better, if we're banking on a presidential election to make things better, I feel like we're just going to be sorely disappointed. And it reminds me of a Bible verse, of some scripture that was written by the Apostle Paul a very long time ago. And this scripture comes to us all the way from the second book of Corinthians, and it's chapter 4, verse 18. And it says this: while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And what Paul is teaching us is that if we put our hope in a new year or a new president or a new gizmo, gadget, or toy, that's temporal, that's temporary. At some point, that thing will not exist, whether by our power or just by erosion in nature. However, the things that we cannot see with our eyes, God, Jesus, these things are eternal, and they have been around since before there was anything at all. And when we place our hope in that, there's nothing we can say or do that can change the effectiveness of that hope. I can't promise that 2021 is going to be any better or any worse, but I can promise you that if you fix your gaze on the unseen, on Jesus, at least you will not be disappointed, and you actually might even grow and become an even better person than you probably already are. So I hope that I hope somebody needed to hear this today, because truth is most of the stuff that I say, I never really know the effect it has or doesn't have. And from time to time, I get some good words, and from time to time, I get some not so good words. And so is life when you're living life in the fast lane in ministry. And so, anyway, have a great day. Uh, I hope that you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you Sunday in church. We meet at 9 and 10:30, and that is Pacific time, because of course, we're here on the West Coast. And I had a really cool little gizmo for that, but I guess it's gone. So instead, I'll just put up my name. If you have no idea who I am, now you do. And if you need anything at all, feel free to reach out to us. You can get me by phone. If you do not have that information, I would just simply encourage you to hit me up on the old email. There it is. See, it comes in. This software is neat because it kind of lets you look like a little TV star, even though I'm not quite a TV star. Have a great day. If I don't see you Sunday, hopefully I'll see you sometime. And let's keep our eyes on the things that are unseen. Have a great day.